Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be checking out 5 more mods that are all worth the download. Simply Modular Housing lets you create just about any type of house or building you could possibly want. It's a must-have mod in my opinion if you're someone who's into settlement building, because it gives you much more freedom than just plopping down a prefab. It is more time consuming than the base game way, but the end result is definitely worth the effort. You'll find all the new items in the workshop menu, under the Modular Housing category in the Structures tab. This mod is almost as in-depth as building a house in real life. So the first thing you're going to have to do is place down a foundation for your new home. Once your foundation is down, you'll have 2 choices in how you want to build your walls. You can use a prefab frame, just get a basic wall up, or you can put it up piece by piece. Building all the walls piece by piece can take a while, but the nice thing is, it allows you to make a spot for windows and doors wherever you want. After your walls are up, just slap on some insulation to protect your home from the elements. If you built your walls piece by piece, there's also a nice selection of windows to choose from too, so just pick a window that fits the hole. Next up is the outer and inner walls. There's brick, metal, concrete, and wood, and they all just snap right to your insulation. Last but not least is your roof. Building the roof for me was honestly kind of a pain in the ass the first time. It took me a few tries to get it all lined up, but once you figure out the method, it's not too bad. I do recommend using console commands to turn the collision off though, just so you can fly around a little bit and make the process a lot easier. Overall, even though my first house was nothing special, this mod has a lot of potential if you put the time into it. One of my biggest complaints about settlement building was trying to build interior walls, and with this mod, doing that is 100 times easier. This, in my opinion, is how settlement building should have been from the start. Workshop Synth Production by Kentington is a great alternative of using radio beacons to populate your settlements. This mod allows you to create settlers quick, and lets you choose the appearance for each person you create. To get started, just head over to the Robotics Lab at the Institute. There you'll be able to find the schematic holotape on the desk. If you happen to destroy the Institute in your playthrough, you can also head over to the wreck of the USS Riptide, and you'll find the holotape on the ground next to a car on the bridge. Once you have the schematics, just head over to a settlement with a lot of room, and there you'll be able to build a fabricator. You're gonna need as much room as possible though, because the machine that makes these settlers is absolutely massive. You can find it in the power miscellaneous section, but once you place it, you won't be able to move it, so make sure it's in the spot you want. All you have to do is hook it up to a generator, along with the terminal, to access the fabrication options. To create your settlers, you're gonna need 3 different ingredients: tissue, bone, and components. The tissue and components can be crafted over at the chem station, and you'll find them under the utility tab. You're going to have to track down the bone on your own. Luckily the next mod I'm going to showcase makes that a lot easier to do. While you're over at the chem station, make sure to craft the new body scanner. This is a new weapon which allows you to scan NPCs to use as blueprints for your new settlers. I figured the best person to make a synth would be Elder Maxon. Since as much as I like the BOS, he's kind of an asshole, and I know this will piss him off. Just shoot it at your target, and once it's scanned, just save their profile to a slot. Altogether you'll be able to save 8 male and 8 female bodies. Once your target is scanned, just head back to the terminal you created, and you'll see 2 options. You can either make a single synth, or start a production run to create them until you run out of supplies. All you have to do now is pick who you want to make, and sit back and watch the synth making process. Once it's done, you'll have an exact copy of the person you scanned, minus their voice. They automatically become settlers, so all you have to do is talk to them and assign them to a job. Overall, this is a really cool mod, and beats waiting for settlers to show up with radio beacons. Manufacturing Extended is another mod by Kentington, and has 20 new workshop items to make the Contraptions DLC more useful. There's some tweaks to give you more options, along with some brand new items. I'm going to cover the new items, and they include the component and object extractor, which can be placed right next to any storage to rip a certain item or component from its nearest container. Just place the item you want to extract inside, and it'll suck it right out. You can use that extractor to send the items you want over to the new recycler, which will break down junk into its crafting components. The new junk can then be sent to the workshop storage conveyor, which will send whatever you put inside right back into your settlement workshop. You can also create some new items with the Vault-Tec and faction themed auto looms. They include items from the BOS, Railroad, Minuteman, and the Institute. Just hook the auto loom up to a terminal, select what you want to make, and feed it the required materials. There's also 3 new forges added, for power armor, melee, and fist weapons. The power armor forge can be used to create armored pieces, fusion cores, and frames. The melee weapon forge can create every base game melee weapon, like baseball bats, knives, and machetes. The fist weapon forge are used to create boxing glove, gauntlets, and power fists. Along with all the new weapons and armor, you can also create alcohol and Nuka-Cola with a new distillery. Last but not least are my 2 favorite items, the Auto Butcher and Robot Dissembler. So if you have any dead bodies piled around your settlements that you need to get removed, this is the way to do it. Just toss them on the conveyor belt, and now the raiders might think twice as they watch their friends plop out in pieces on the other side. Plus, it's a good way to get some bone for his other mod. If chopping up your enemies with machines isn't your thing, check out the mod Live Dismemberment. This mod ups the gore factor by letting you shoot off limbs in combat. Now you can watch as your bullets tear through arms, legs, and heads. There's 5 different options in total, ranging from Libra mode, which makes the mutilation rare, all the way up to mind blowing, which will just tear your enemies into pieces. It may not be the most realistic mod, but it sure is satisfying as hell to watch. If killing people up close and personal isn't your thing, check out the mod Stingray Air Support by Undivide. All you have to do is travel over to the new abandoned lab, where you'll find the new military jet parked in the hangar. There's a terminal on the right with a backstory of the jet, and a holotape on the desk, along with 10 signal flares in the cabinet to get you started. Once you got some flares, just toss them down and select the bomb run of your choice. There's 5 different options to choose from, including nukes, MIRVs, EMP, cryo, and combo bombs. Lastly, there's the option to drop a supply box for when you're running low on supplies. This box will include 50 bullets of each ammo type, along with a few other useful items. I've been using this mod a lot during my survival playthrough, because it lets you clear an area without wasting all your ammo.
Stingray units ready for deployment.
Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know which mod's your favorite in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next showcase.